All right, so I feel like an outsider already because this lady and Sim apparently are friends and they want to leave me out, but they won't.
I used to work with her at Supreme Ventures.
Well, you're not going to leave me out. Blogger and writer Dion Dewar-Gray is using the digital space to connect with an audience looking for unfiltered truths. What's that? And she's joining us now to share a few of those truths and so much more. Hey, Dion, morning. Welcome to Smile Jamaica. It's morning time. How are you?
I'm good, Neville. Good morning. Hi, Sam.
So we're not...
All right, Neville. See, you got the kiss.
Thank you very, very much. What is an unfiltered truth, lady? Let's start there. What's that?
Unfiltered truth. The misconceptions. I think for me, the biggest one was that doing this was going to be easy. I've been cured of that thought very quickly.
Doing what? What do you do?
Writing, blogging. I thought it was all about, initially when I started, I thought it was all about just getting online, putting pen to paper or fingers to keyboard, typing up some stuff, pushing it out in the open digital space, and that would be it.
Yeah.
But that's not it. It deals with the whole design and layouts of your website or your blog. It deals with the whole technical aspects. And if you're not a tech savvy person like me, it becomes even harder. So thinking it's easy, it's not.
Yeah. Just before Sim, why did you want to do this in the first place? And what do you actually do? I know what blogging is, but explain what you actually do. And why did you want to do it in the first place?
Why did I want to do it? It was something that came out of what I call an opportunity out of chaos.
Hey, talk it again, girl. Say it again.
It's an opportunity that came out of chaos.
All right.
When my position was made redundant, I was home for 11 months, 14 days unpaid vacation.
Wow.
And I decided that I needed to do something to occupy my time. And I've always liked to write. I've always dabbled, but I never took it serious or thought I could put it somewhere and have it open for other persons to see and to read and to appreciate. And I decided I needed to find something to do. And I decided, why not try that? And 3 years later.
Yeah. So if I may, I remember that time. I remember a lot of the discussions we had and where you were at that place in your life and how when you started to figure out what was next, I mean, and you started to figure out what was next, even your first interview on Smile, like I look at you now and my heart is full. Because I remember that discussion we had about how nervous you were, like you didn't want to talk in front of one person, much less 50 person, much less hundreds of thousands who may have been watching.
I still don't want to.
And I look at you now, and it's safe to say that you're in a place where you've settled. Obviously, you've grown, and I'm reading your bio and seeing that you're branching out into different areas of your life. So this blog is just another manifestation of what happens when you just keep pushing forward.
Yes, and there are days, honestly, this is my part-time thing, and there are days when I don't want to do it because you don't necessarily get the response you think you would get, and it sort of makes you feel sad. But then I remembered why I started, and I think about my why, and I realized that when I get a message from someone that says your writing is a breath of fresh air, or something you have written resonated with someone, that gives me the impetus to continue.
Yeah.
And so what are you blogging about, Dion? What are the elements that you're including? I see you there with podcast materials, so I know other things are going on. But tell me a little bit about what your blogging entails and how you get the word out.
My blogging is just mostly about my life experiences, the things that I have been through, things that interest me that I hope will interest other persons. I talk about, I'm an organizing and decluttering junkie as well. So I focus on that as well. And I give persons tips on how they can organize their life and space and such alike. But otherwise, I really just write about my life experiences. So you would see me talking about things like love. I'll talk about, I have a Women Over 40 series, which I write about different things that I think affect women over 40. Varied things.
Mm-hmm.
In a nutshell, what do you talk about with women over 40?
Well, funny how that started. I was actually decluttering one day and I came across something and I said, I'm over 40. Why do I need to have all of these things around me? Why do I need to keep hanging on to some of these things? And my first article was about what you should not have over 40. And don't worry, it's not for women alone, never. Men can read it and adapt everything as well. So, and then I spoke about, okay, if it is that you shouldn't have these things over 40, what are the things that you should have? I also looked at health over 40, the things that affect us women over 40. Health-wise. And I think one of the other conversations I had was switching careers after 40, which is something I did after 40 as well.
Yeah.
And I spoke to other women in that category who changed their careers after 40.
You said earlier in response to Sim's question that you write about things that happened to you.
Yes.
How deep do you go? How much do you tell us? What do you leave out? Do we know everything or no?
We don't know everything. When I just started, I was very afraid to put anything out. And the more I wrote and the more I got responses from persons, I realized that in order to really connect with people, I have to be open, more open, and actually share deeper aspects of those things so that people can understand. And if it is that they're going through something similar, they can appreciate it and it may help them.
Yeah.
So when I went through the whole redundancy thing, I wrote an article about that and I wrote about how I felt and the things that I did to sort of alleviate the stress that comes with a situation like that.
Yeah, I'm curious to read the one about love.
Yes, it says, how full is your love tank? I wrote that last year, right before Valentine's, I think it was. How full is your love tank?
Have you written about loving and losing?
Yes, I think I spoke about that in the podcast interview I was on recently. Finding yourself through repeated losses and curiosity was that topic.
Mm-hmm.
And I spoke about that, losing love and trying to move on from that. Mm-hmm. I've spoken about losing love in terms of loss of loved ones.
Yeah.
I recently lost my mom and I lost my dad a few years ago and my previous husband. So I speak about all of those things in different articles.
Very sorry. Any reservations about speaking about folks over 40, or you're fine with what went on?
I'm fine. Actually, I have some additional articles to write, and I have some of my readers who have been waiting for me to push those out. And those are going to be a little bit more open. So I've been holding.
Yes, girl. Can you write about how 40 is like the new 25?
It's the new thing, isn't it?
I mean, I've heard, because I'm not over 40. From what
when you get there, you'll understand.
Yeah.
By the way, if you want to, write about love and stuff, you could have a chat with us, and then we could just tell you what's going on.
Okay, I will.
Us.
D.
As in you and Sim.
D.
Yes, Sim. Okay.
Thanks so much for sharing all of that this morning. Good luck with what you do. I'm impressed, and it seems like you're having fun doing what you do, which I think is just the greatest thing in life. So thank you so much for speaking with us this morning, and stay safe. God bless you.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
Yeah, man, blogger and writer Dion Dewar-Gray. Just before we go, on behalf of our director, on behalf of all of us here, Scott Wilson, I want to say condolences to the Chatani family who lost a member, Gobin, and we're so very sorry. But again, on behalf of Scott and all of us, condolences, and God bless you all. All right, so we take a quick break, and when you see us again, we'll run the Something to Smile About bumper and let the tomfoolery begin. It actually began since 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock this morning.
We'll soon